Money talks, bank accounts, budgets, and blending financial lives.
Welcome to Better Together, Never to Forever.
Yeah, we are definitely forever. Brought in some different, we already had our money date right
Mhm.
off the bat. For everybody who doesn't know what a money date is, it's sitting down with your partner before we got married and talked about finances. How are we going to manage finances? What each other's finances look like, just an overall picture of our financial lives and goals and what we look to achieve in the future financially. So, what did we bring financially into the marriage from the start?
Well, I paid a lot of bills in my previous marriage, so I know how to budget and I do I still do that now. Obviously, we live separately, so I still manage my money and still pay my own bills, as do you.
Yeah,
So I think we both brought in good knowledge of money and how to manage it properly. You have obviously more financial experience than I do. So that's what you're bringing to the table too. So we're helping each other.
absolutely. And I think we really benefit because both of us were the ones that paid all the bills
Hmm.
and saw the money coming in, going out,
Yeah.
what the debts were, and
Hmm.
really gain that strong financial sense on how to manage the household financially. So coming together, it really makes it so much easier.
It does. Yeah. We both have that knowledge. So it helps us create a better plan for each other.
Oh yeah, absolutely. Yeah, I mean, Amy, given my background and expertise with mortgages and banking and all that stuff, still having that foundation, I think you bring a lot to the table
Mm,
right off the bat.
we both do. We're going to help each other out, manage these bills, manage our household.
Yeah. Clear out debt
Hmm.
and plan for the future, such as future investments and purchases, and obviously we have 5 kids, so there's a lot to manage
Hmm.
just in that alone.
Yeah. There's a
Every
lot to manage even with helping them. So, not just our management goals and lifestyle and future, it's theirs too.
Yeah, having to teach them how to navigate their money,
Mhm.
but, the good thing is, again, we're both able to do that.
Mhm.
It's not one-sided, it's not just like, "Okay, well, I have no idea, good luck."
We both got a good idea.
Mhm.
Now, what was what can you say was a money trauma from your first marriage?
I think a big thing for me was I had worked so hard, so many years literally investing money, planning for retirement and early retirement. And a lot of money was put away into retirement accounts and different investments, real estate. But when I got divorced, unfortunately, most of that was completely wiped out due to money that I owed or paying off debts,
Mhm.
or, my situation changed financially for me right after the divorce. I was on my own and having bills that were 3 times what I was used to,
Mhm.
and most of my reserves got wiped out as well in the transition
Mhm.
is the best way to say it. So, for me, it's rebuilding. That was my trauma of, wiping out years of what I had worked so hard for, but the good thing is I have that knowledge,
Mhm.
so I'm really not worried about this next chapter, or not even chapter, this new book that you and
Mhm.
I have. I mean, I bring in a lot of expertise and I bring in what I already know, and I can double down on that.
Mhm.
So, yeah, it was traumatic, but that's okay
Yeah.
because I'm super confident that I can rebuild that fivefold.
And we will. We
Yeah.
absolutely will.
Yeah.
Obviously, my first marriage wasn't very successful financially. I bring a lot of other forms of financial trauma, which is debt. Previous marriage, obviously, he was just a spender. I tried to pay, and he would just apply for things, or tear apart things, and then who would have to owe? Us, but mostly me.
Mhm.
So, just that part, like financial debt. So that's my trauma. Cleaning up from what the previous marriage was. And I have confidence that I'll do that. with your help and our dedication to our new life, that we will get out of that. Mm.
Yeah. Yeah, I mean, it's it's a team effort
Mhm.
since we're married. It's both of us and, financial is not just money, right? It
Mhm.
goes into your credit too.
Yeah.
And we're working on making sure that both of us have the strongest credit
Mhm.
possible because that's going to make our lives easier. But yeah, it is unfortunately cleaning up
Yeah.
from past people who hurt credit. But the cool thing is it's temporary.
Mhm.
It's not forever. It could take a few months and, you know, back where you need to be.
Yeah. So, we'll do that. We'll get financially clean. Let's say that.
The good thing is getting rid of somebody who wasn't helpful
Mhm.
is the best way to say it.
Yeah, not helpful at all.
Yeah. I mean, what happened happened.
Mm.
Yeah, it's traumatic and it sucks that when you divorce, you have one person that really comes in and destroys your credit. And I hear a lot of people too that happens to, right? They get divorced and
Mhm.
their credit is shot because one person racks up credit cards or
Mhm.
just stops paying on things or whatever it is. Those things are temporary, right? And just
Yeah.
like me, you wiped out a bunch of accounts. Again, they're temporary. You
Yeah.
can get them back. We will get them back.
Yeah. And for everybody out there, like, just understand you can do it too. You can take responsibility and ownership of your credit and, clean it up.
Yeah, what
Be
it is.
confident about it. Like,
Absolutely. Like first things first
mm,
is lock your credit cards. If you haven't locked up your credit and you have an ex who knows your information and is trying to run things under your name,
mhm.
make sure that you go to the three credit bureaus, Experian, Equifax, and TransUnion, and put a freeze. Lock up your credit. Don't let anybody touch it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Unfortunately, I didn't know that, and yeah, there was some dings but, I mean, disputing things and getting things cleaned up on that end,
hmm
it's doable. It just seems like a lot of work. But
And it is a lot of work. I'm
mm,
not even gonna hide that,
mhm,
but it's work that can be done and it's totally worth it. But
mm,
again, taking those precautions for yourself and just starting to clean it up, clear it up, and go one by one.
mhm, 'cause credit's a big factor.
Mhm.
I mean,
Mhm.
I think a lot of people too, when they get married, they really don't talk about credit and they really don't talk about their money, and I'm
No.
glad we did that money date and actually put it all out on the table. Embarrassing, obviously. We've talked about this previously.
Yeah.
It was embarrassing, like, just to see all our debt, especially school loans and
What Yeah, what's what.
mm,
But I don't but I also think at the same time, it's so important to talk about those
mhm,
things because imagine if we went to apply for a mortgage and one of us had
mhm.
credit that was not gonna qualify us for a house.
Yeah.
So financially, with the down payment and the monthly payment and all that, we were ready to go, but then we didn't qualify for a house.
Mhm,
How embarrassing if we didn't talk
mhm.
about that.
It's also empowering to talk about your money with your partner. Like, it may not feel good at the moment when you're bringing it all out, but it's empowering how you can help each other, how you can improve.
100%.
Yeah, because a lot of people really don't talk about that. I could rarely hear people say they talked about money. I didn't talk about money in my previous marriage.
No, I mean, even growing up, my family never talked about money. But
Mhm,
again, when you marry somebody, you're a team. You
mhm.
become one person. So somebody's got to take ownership,
Oh,
right?
yeah.
And that somebody is both of you because you're one unit.
Mhm.
And so if your credit's bad, that also means that my credit's bad.
Yeah, yeah.
So it everybody's gotta work together to make sure
Mhm.
that
And we're working on it.
are. So and obviously, how do we discuss finances now and moving forward is we continue to do check-ins. Check in with reevaluating where can we save money? Where can
Mhm,
we blend more things
mm,
that'll help cut monthly costs? What can we do? Again, going back to credit that what steps can we take
mhm,
to build a stronger credit score and protect our credit? Because of course I want to protect mine, you want to protect
mhm.
yours. And that's only gonna help us future.
Yeah.
So I really think discussing finances regularly and openly is
Mhm,
super important, right? Like not just behind closed doors, but again, going back with 5 kids, I think they need to hear these discussions. I
mhm.
think it's really important for them to learn from us because they're just figuring out how to navigate their personal finances
Mhm.
as well and becoming a household that regularly talks
Mhm.
about budgets and spending and investments
Yeah.
and how to grow your money and not just, I grew up in a household that was encouraged. Spending was
Mhm.
encouraged. You got a paycheck, go spend it.
Yeah.
That was what I was taught in my household. And, that was short lived for me personally
Mhm.
because I saw that that did not work.
Mhm. Mm. My upbringing was save your money, but yet nothing was invested, nothing was purchased. There was no big buys. It was always save your money, but there's no my mom didn't buy a house. Um, she still saves a lot of money, but
None of it's invested in the market or
no,
growing. So,
no.
I mean, at that point, you're losing money.
Mhm,
The savings account, 0.01% on the interest.
mhm.
So you're getting wiped out. You're losing money every day that you save money.
Yeah. So obviously, I didn't grow up too with financial guidance, so that's been hard. But now that my kids are older and yours are younger, we can definitely still teach each group how
Hmm.
to financially invest, save, and grow and
Hmm.
become retirement successful.
Yeah. I mean, that's the idea, right? Like, I think we talked about this the other day where some parents become jealous of their kids
Hmm. No.
for doing better than them. Where I know for both of us, we really want all of our kids to do
Hmm.
better in every way.
Oh, yeah. In anything,
Really,
be
yeah.
better than me.
100%.
But in tune, we're going to be better too. So,
Well, of course, yeah, we're gonna lead by example, but
yeah.
they're younger, right?
Hmm.
So if they can take our lessons that we're learning at this age
Hmm.
and apply them and be bigger,
Yeah.
better, faster,
They got so many more years to grow their life.
Yeah,
So
absolutely.
help them out, help your kids out.
Mm, That's really big, and part of our finances too is, when we got married, actually before we got married, we had a joint account
Mm.
and of course we still have our separate accounts, but, you know, I think getting in there once you are married and having the joint account
Mhm,
with all your joint bills and maintaining separate accounts for
mhm.
personal things. We talked about that. And I think we both were on the same page where it's a good idea.
It is. It's a good idea to have separate things for separate buys, things you want. So, yeah, have our joint stuff, pay bills together. Like we mentioned a little bit ago, how we want to actually, when we unite, to pay our bills together, sit down and pay our bills together. I think it was a lot of stress on me in my previous marriage to pay them by myself. I felt alone. I felt unheard. I felt like I was doing everything by myself. So now that if we come together and we sit down and we pay our bills, I think that's good involvement. It keeps us in tune with each other.
Yeah, totally agree. I mean, if one person's always seeing the money
Hmm.
and paying the bills, but you're also seeing the debts, the other person who may just be handing off the paycheck,
Hmm.
they don't really know what's going on.
Yeah.
So they might be out there spending away
Hmm.
and which is creating bad habits.
Yeah.
But if both of you are seeing the money come in and then you're seeing the money go out and see what you have left, I really think it paints a bigger picture for you as a couple to stay on the same page and
Hmm.
really start to decide again as a couple and as a team, do we really need to make that
Hmm.
purchase? Or when it comes to maybe something investment wise, hey, would this be something that we could work
Hmm.
and make do together?
Yeah. I mean, money's together regardless if you have separate accounts. Money is together, and we should have those discussions about big buys, purchasing a new home, you know, um,
Car.
properties.
Yeah,
Yeah.
everything, every little thing, keep us on the same page. And that's why when we do pay bills, we pay them at the same time. So that way
Hmm.
we can see and make sure that everything is paid, right? We don't want the argument of, oh, did you pay the gas bill?
Oh, yeah.
Make sure that everything gets done. Have a
Hmm.
checklist of everybody's bills. For us, I know that we believe that when you're married, there's no like, oh, that's your car payment or anything. That's your credit card. No, everything comes into the joint and is paid from the joint
Hmm.
account. And yeah, again, you're a union. You are a team. You are a one.
Hmm.
And everything in my take and our take should really be paid together.
Yeah. Our money comes together at
Yeah.
the end of the day.
Yeah. I mean, I've heard people say like, "Oh, well, one person makes more than the other
Mhm.
person, they should pay whatever bigger percentage of their income." No, if you're married, it's one income. If
Mhm.
one person makes 100K and one person makes 40K, doesn't matter. You make 140K together.
Mhm. Everything comes together.
Yes.
Don't keep it separate. That just builds resentment, I think, and builds mistrust and just
Right. Well, I make more money, so I should be able to spend more money or whatever
or
the
you can
argument.
pay this because you make more money.
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah. All those things are now you're against each other.
Mhm.
All those things are finding reasons to fight
Mhm.
when it can be completely unnecessary.
Yeah.
And you still have to be on the same page, right? Like you can't have one person who makes significantly more and then the person who makes less is out there spending all the money.
Mhm.
And that's where I think having that joint account, but also paying things jointly and managing things jointly, that paints the clear
Mhm.
picture. That kind of breaks down any confusion on where the money's going and how it should be spent.
Yeah. There was a lot of confusion in my previous marriage about like, "Oh, where is the money going?" 'Cause he had no idea, no clue.
Yeah,
I was paying everything. It's like, "Where's this? Where's that?" In bills.
yeah, you're like,
So,
"It's going to the bills."
yeah, but did we ever really sit down and discuss anything? No, nothing was ever discussed.
No.
Money was not a talking point. So, now coming into this marriage, money is a talking point. Money
Yeah.
is, a priority as well as everything else in our marriage. So,
Mhm.
it's the only thing that's gonna help us build our future,
Yeah.
you know?
We talk about money, business ideas, investment
Yeah.
ideas, even just work. How
Mhm.
can we make more money at work? It really is how can we find more ways, bigger ways, better ways
Mhm.
to build a better future for us
Yeah. Growing together
every day.
every day.
All right. Well, if you guys have money questions, feel free to email us, Brent and Marlene at gmail.com. We can help with credit, budgeting, or just regular old questions. Feel free to hit us up. We'll talk to you in the next episode.
Bye.